Hi, it's Jess at Medusa Tarot. Hope you're doing great. Let's see which planet would like to send us a message today. And we have Mars. Very interesting because the Archangel message that I just posted was the planet I picked out was actually the North Node, which is not a planet, but so Mars influence. So you might want to check that out as well. But Mars, what do we have with Mars? Mars is Aries, the first house. It's the Tower card in the tarot. Okay. So there may be a strong need right now to take some action. Okay. We might also need to start getting some things in motion so that we can avoid some type of tower moment in our life right now. All right. So it can also require having to cultivate some courage and some motivation. All right. So let's see. Also, was a little bit connected to the Emperor card because that card is ruled by Aries, which is also an energy of Mars or connected to the energy of Mars. So let's pull out some zodiac cards and see what zodiac energy we're working with. If you've watched me before, you know, but if you haven't, I don't deal with the zodiacs as something that is in your top five, your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury. I work with these as energies we want to focus on or energies we want to move away from. Every zodiac is in your chart. They all have relevance to you. So look and see where they are in your chart. Okay. So let's see. Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the ninth house. It's the temperance card. This has a lot to do with gaining wisdom, higher learning, higher education, learning about spirituality, philosophy, culture, all of those things. Okay. It also, being a fire sign, it's connected to Mars in that way because Mars is fire energy. Um, can have a lot to do with you getting your motivation, getting yourself going. Okay. Let's see which other zodiac would like to come out. Libra. Okay. Libra is the seventh house, Venus energy, the Justice card. Okay. Also connected to the Empress card. So with this Mars here, we do have the Emperor and Empress energy coming in. Okay. Not as the main energies, but they're both here. So this has a lot to do with relationships, okay? Libra is the opposite sign of Aries. So it focuses on the we rather than the me. How do we have relationships that are healthy in our life, that are fair, that are just? It can also have to do with, um, some type of legal situation. All right, we'll see what comes out in the reading. But bringing balance and fairness to relationships is a major energy with Libra here. Okay, let's see what the tarot wants to say. Spirit, what is the focus or the healing we're looking to receive in this message? My dog's starting to bark. 3 cards, please. Okay. Okay. Very interesting way these cards just came out. So we're starting with the World card. This is Saturn. This is ending cycles, especially as they relate to karma. Okay. So you may have or be thinking about ending some type of cycle that's been in your life. You have done the work. You feel like you've learned the lessons involved. Okay. As Saturn requires that. Okay. We can't end things until we've done all of the work, all of the growth, all of the healing, and then we start with a clean slate. So again, with this being a collective reading, it'll be different for all of you. Some of you may be at completion of this, and some of you may still be in the process. And for some of you, you need to go through this. Okay, it's time right now for Saturn to come in and help you restructure your life and put the old let it end. Whatever that old energy is that's been holding you back or making you feel that restriction and lack of control in your life. We need to let that go. Okay, but who's next to this card for confirmation of that message? We have the Fool. Okay, the Fool, Uranus energy. You need to do what's right for you. Okay, even if it disrupts, even if other people don't like it. This card is your new start after you close these cycles and let them end. Okay, here you are taking the first steps, regardless of whether or not anybody likes it, anybody's comfortable with it, even if you're comfortable with it, because Uranus doesn't require that you like the changes that are going to be required. Okay, Uranus requires that you stay in the discomfort and do it anyway. All right, with this Fool card, we need to just take the steps. We need to move forward. We need to step into that new path, onto that new path, that new energy, and just, it's zero. We don't want to think about the past and things that we are holding on to that are no longer serving us. We want to release them and let them go. We don't want to future think about what will happen if I make this big change in my life. What will happen to my family? What will happen to my relationships? What will happen to my job? This requires having faith that things will work out no matter what. You just got to take the step. You've got to be in that zero energy of right now, this is what I need to do. And I have faith that everything will work out the way that it's meant to, even in the difficult moments. And here we have the Queen of Wands. What a beautiful fire, feminine energy, Leo energy, okay? What you're being asked to heal so that you can move forward into and take these first steps is stepping into your radiance, okay? This queen works with the sacral chakra and the heart chakra. That sacral chakra is our creativity. That is our passion. That is the things that make us want to wake up in the morning and take our first steps, okay? Connecting to what lights your fire, especially in that feminine energy. And I will say this, with this being the Queen of Wands, you really want to focus on or think about focusing on those lower chakras, the root, sacral, and solar plexus, because she is just as intuitive as the Queen of Cups, but she does it with her gut intuition. All right. So now you're using that gut intuition to guide you through these changes, and it will feel a little less scary. Okay. Because you're going to trust that when you have those chakras in alignment and they're in balance, you don't get thrown off course. Even when things may feel disruptive, you can keep yourself on your path. And the beautiful thing is when you work on that root chakra and get that balance, that sacral chakra, get that balance, that solar plexus, get that balance, that moves you right into the heart chakra. And that heart chakra can function without getting out of alignment, being hypervigilant, being removed and keeping itself safe. You move forward with your heart in a very balanced way, okay? With your fire and your passion. I always say about this card is Stella getting her groove back, male or female, okay? And also the sunflowers. The sun is always shining on her, okay? No matter which direction she sits, those sunflowers move right into the light of the sun, okay? And keep her radiant, keep her optimistic, keep her motivated, and keep her moving forward. That's our healing. That's our goal, okay? And we're being asked to do that with a little bit of this Mars masculine energy, okay? It's going to take a little gusto to get things moving and get yourself to be able to sit in the beauty of the feminine energy. But that's okay. It's worth it. A little courage there, especially with letting things end. and letting something new begin. It takes courage. Spirit, on this journey, in this healing process, what are some challenges we may be faced with? Okay, well, we got 4 cards, but we're going to go with it. Okay, the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So the challenge here is going to be staying grounded and having faith, okay? Keeping that spiritual connection, but doing it in not a woo-woo way, in a way that helps you stay on your path, okay? This is extremely important because if we let our spirituality unground us, it doesn't help us in ways that keep us based in reality. So our goals go off course, our expectations go off course. Stay grounded, but keep your faith, okay? Even when it's a challenge, because some of these energies here with these major, I mean, you have 1, 2, 3 major arcanas out so far. These are some big steps in your life, okay? And here we have the 10 of Cups, right? Yes, the 10 of Cups. Reminder here, Mars and Pisces. If you want your life to be your happily ever after, it's your job to create it. This isn't a card of Venus, okay? This isn't a card of Jupiter. This is a card of Mars. The happily ever after is created by your effort, your motivation, your courage to create that in your life. The fire in you to never give up, never stop working on it, however hard it seems, no matter what roadblocks you hit. This comes through your action when you choose to not stop fighting for it, okay? 10 of Cups, challenge. Don't give up. That Queen of Wands would not give up on fighting, okay, for her true happiness. And here we have the 9 of Swords with the Ace of Wands. Big message here. 9 of Swords. Mars in Gemini. We need to control our mind in order to be victorious here in this Ace of Wands, this Queen of Wands, getting our fire, staying committed to our passions, okay? The thing with this card is it's a card of rumination. It's a card of anxiety. It's a card of overthinking, okay? When we're in that state, a lot of people tend to stagnate, to get catatonic. You can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't function, you can't see your way out of it, okay? It's a card of Mars. What this card requires for that to stop is for you to get up and make the changes, not sit in that, okay? And you'll find that if you start working towards your passions here, this gift, this Ace of Wands from the universe, from spirit, from the divine, whoever you work with, that you can control that overwhelming thinking that can hold you in a place where you can't move and you can't take action. The opposite is here. You take action and then you can control the thoughts that inhibit you from stepping in this full energy, choosing yourself, being a rebel, doing what's good for you. Okay? Let's see what the advice is from Spirit here. 3 cards, please, Spirit. This is a very major arcana heavy reading. So whoever this resonates with, it's a big deal. Okay. We start here with the 2 of Cups, Venus in Cancer. Okay? So the advice from Spirit here is to focus, okay, on the relationships you have that are healing, okay, that are supporting, that are in alignment with you, okay, and let those create the beauty that kind of shows you the way, shows you the path, that shows you what true love is, what true support is, what's in alignment with you, what heals you. Okay. And if you don't have any of those in your life, okay, I would like to think all of us have at least one, then you start faking it till you make it. Okay. And that doesn't mean that you know, go into relationships and start what's overcompensating. Okay. No. But that means that you be open to receiving, give people a chance and see what they have to offer and see if they're in alignment with you. But with the relationships you have now that are offering you this energy, it's very important that you appreciate them, that you give them the importance they deserve in your life, because when you can have that gratitude, Venus can start bringing more of that to you. Okay? That's advice from Spirit. And then we have the Hanged Man. What a very good piece of advice while you're going through a change like this. All right. And also, I'm just going to refer back to these real quick with the advice. Sagittarius is here. Get curious. Start really learning about how you can cultivate this energy into your relationships, into your new life as you step into the Queen of Wands energy. All right. And again, I really feel like Libra is here because this may have to do with, some of the relationships you have in your life. Okay. But Hanged Man, the thing with the Hanged Man, first of all, it's Neptune. Okay. So we need to get real. We need to see through delusions. Okay. We need to see things with clarity, including our expectations of ourselves. When we're going to research things about our spiritual growth and our spiritual path, it's going right back to that Hierophant. Okay. We need to keep it grounded because Neptune can get us disillusioned. Okay. And we can't see things clearly. And then our expectations get distorted. All right. We want to make sure, again, that we are working on those chakras and keeping our energy aligned. Okay. But with this card, with it being Neptune, it's connected to Pisces. Pisces energy can, in one state, it has, all different types of energies connected to it, get itself overwhelmed emotionally. Okay. The lesson with the Hanged Man is to ground the mind, going back to that Nine of Swords energy. When you can learn to stop in that emotional overwhelm, in that emotional state, in that being, what's the word I'm looking for? When we get disillusioned and upset and hurt because we didn't really have realistic expectations. This card asks us to turn our head upside down, ground our thoughts, and step into more Virgo energy. The opposite sign of Virgo is Pisces, or the sister sign. So if we can get that mind into a grounded energy and start looking at things at a slower pace, not a whirlwind of emotions that overwhelms us, then we can find clarity. That's where the perspective change comes in. That's when we become more enlightened because we've slowed the mind down. We've slowed the emotions down. We've grounded ourselves. Okay. Now we have realistic goals, realistic expectations, realistic dreams that we can actually follow through with a grounded expectation. Okay. And here we have the Moon card, another challenge. Oh, no, I'm sorry, more advice from Spirit. Okay. I'm sorry, my neighbors are talking right outside of my window and it's a little bit distracting. So, advice from spirit. With this moon, we have to be brave, okay? We have to be courageous. We need to look into the things that have been repressed and see where they have been holding us back, especially inner child work, okay? Where have we created patterns and beliefs and situations that we keep kind of going back to the same behaviors that are not serving us because our inner child created them when we were young, okay, thinking they were helping us to get through situations. But now, as adults in adult relationships and adult situations, the coping skills of a child no longer help us. Okay, we have to be willing to uncover some of those things that need to be changed now, acknowledged now, so that we can close these cycles in the world card and take our first steps in the Fool energy and become that Queen of Wands energy. Okay, so uncovering what's been in the shadow, what's been in the dark, and it does require bravery, it does require courage, but it's a very necessary part of this step. And again, with so many major arcana cards out, it's really going to be even more important that we look in the depths of ourselves, the depths of our emotions. A card of Pisces, again, right next to the Hanged Man, and heal ourselves emotionally. Okay, Spirit, if we work towards our healing here, okay, we follow your advice and work on our challenges, what's the potential outcome? In that Sagittarius card there, think about that Temperance card and how you can alchemize your difficult experiences into healing, into wisdom, into knowledge, okay? So they're all not just wounds that hold us back from moving forward. Now they're wisdom that help us improve our lives as we move forward. One more card, please, Spirit. I'm very proud of my dog right now. He wanted to bark so badly at the people outside, and he did such a good job. I could hear him doing it under his breath. I'm very proud of him. Okay, so it just started downpouring. Okay, potential outcome: 10 of Wands. Saturn in Sagittarius. Here we go. Perfect. So, going through the healing process here, you learn how to set your boundaries with people as you're moving through this world energy and this Fool energy into this Queen of Wands energy. You now know how to restructure things, okay? So all of your energy to live your highest excitement here in the Queen of Wands isn't being put into making sure everybody else is okay, putting out other people's fires, carrying the burden for everyone in your life, okay? Now you know how to say, I can't do that for you. I'm sorry. I have something I need to do for myself. You even know how to say, I don't want to help you with that. I'm sorry. I just don't. Okay. So that your energy is spent improving your life, doing the things that make you happy, reaching your highest excitement, traveling, doing whatever it is that makes you happy, spending time in the relationships that are this Two of Cups energy. They're reciprocal, okay? Not carrying the burden of what other people think, okay? Letting all of that go so you can use your fire for yourself, okay? No more carrying other people's burdens. What a beautiful gift, an absolutely beautiful gift. And here we have another Wands card. Now we have the Seven of Wands. Mars in Leo. Amazing, because now you're not giving your energy away. You're not standing in defense, okay? Protecting yourself from what somebody's going to throw at you next or situations that you can't control. Now you can put the wand down and focus on yourself. And this card also has a lot to do with, being caught off guard by other people's BS. Okay. Now your energy is being spent to take action towards your Leo energy. Okay. Your creativity, your fun, your enjoyment of life. Okay. No more being burdened with other people's crap. Okay. And no more being caught off guard by it. Okay. Because you put the boundaries in place. Okay. And now you're focusing on what makes you happy, what excites you. And no wonder why you're moving towards the Queen of Wands energy, because now you have time to sit in the light of the sun and recharge yourself. Okay. And find yourself again. And here, yeah, you do it. Pluto, Scorpio. Okay. Now you're able to transform completely. The transformation allows you to step into that world energy, into the Fool energy, and the Queen of Wands energy. I keep saying it because that's exactly what's coming out here. You take this Ace of Wands and you run with it. You let the energy of this moon, the traumas, the things that you haven't had a comfortable time facing, you change your perspective about them, you ground your thoughts, and you are able to burn down anything that's been holding you back. So you can now transform fearlessly into the new version of yourself. And this death card, again, it's not an easy process. It's uncomfortable, okay? We know that with the moon here. But it looks like here, you get through it, you do it. Don't hesitate. Take this action, okay? Learn to love learning about ways that you can heal and expand your mind and come up with your own ideas, not just from other people, but like things that you read or other people you see online or listen to online. You'll be able to now say, I need to do this for my healing. No one else told me to do it. This is what I feel like I need to do, because your wisdom just explodes. Okay. Your relationships become balanced and fair and mutual. Like we said with that Two of Cups. Beautiful healing. I'm so happy for you. That's all that we can say. Big transformation here. Okay. If this resonated with you, please, if you would subscribe, leave a comment. Like, I'm newer here, so the support is really helpful to know that you guys enjoy these readings. I'm not new to reading tarot, but I am new on YouTube. And I will keep doing the new Archangel messages. I'm going to add some chakra messages in there. I'm a chakra healer, so I feel like I can offer you guys a lot of help in that area. Okay. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.